Welcome everybody, this is Ross McRae, Fire Squirrel Chaser. Today we're going to do rose oil. We went out and picked them already, we got it dry. There's a couple of types that you can do. I have wild rose that I picked and I also have garden roses that I picked and dried. Make sure you dry them. It does make a difference for the longevity of the medicines, so they last a little bit longer. Also add some vitamin E or some type of preservative in there once you get your oils going. Today I'm going to use grapeseed oil. I made a batch earlier with wild roses again, but that one there I actually used it doesn't come in. Avocado oil. Anyway. And so there's different types of oils. Most people will use 100% virgin olive oil, which is a great choice too, but there's other things that you can use for skin too, and this is going to be used for skin. Rose oil is awesome for skin health, overall skin health, heart health for sure. It's awesome for your heart. Menstrual cycles, it's good to monitor and keep those more regular. It's definitely a hormonal balancer, a diuretic. It's awesome for stress relief. You put a little bit on your temples, a little bit on your third eye, and a little bit on your throat. Cramping, it's great for. You just apply it, rub it all over there liberally. If you get an insect bite, just apply the oil, or if you make the salve, apply that right onto the insect bite, and that'll work as well. It's awesome for getting rid of varicose veins and rosacea. Roses for rosacea. It works really good. I've tried it on a few of my people out there in the world, and they said it worked awesome for them. Okay, here we go. So what we got to do here is technically you're just going to fill up your jar with your dry roses. You don't necessarily have to dry them. I would. There's a lot of different ways you can do this rose oil. If I wanted to be really fast, I would double boil it in a double boiler. Take it out, let it cool down, double boil it again, take it out, let it cool down. Do that about 6 times, and then you're ready to go. Also, I can double boil this guy, and then what that will do is speed up the process. I'm going to be leaving this to 4 to 6 weeks and see how that goes. I like leaving mine sit for a while so that all the medicinal values get absorbed into the oils. The types of oils you use as well is hugely important for what you're going to use your medicines for. This is going to be used for skin care, stuff like that, so I'm using a different oil for it. As you noticed, I just filled up a little bit of it. I'm going to let it soak a little bit, shake it around, get the air bubbles out. It's really important to get the air bubbles out, because if you don't, that's where the mold starts happening in the jar. And once I let that kind of sit and shake it up a little bit more, just tap it down a bit. Now I'm going to add some more, 3/4 of the way. When you use dry petals, they soak up the oil, so make sure you don't overflow it. And all I do is just kind of pat it down a little bit. Don't push it down, but I definitely pat it down. And then, like I said, I get it about 3/4 full, and then I add the rest of the oil again. And when you're doing oils, always remember, air is bad. Air is bad. And so if you can get as many air bubbles out of here as you can, it'd be the best. And when I use my little faithful chopstick and just poke it down in there, get all the bubbles up. And what you're going to find, because I'm using dry, it'll take a little bit longer to get all the air bubbles out, but once they are out, then it'll look like that. And you fill it right up as much as you can without touching the top, but just under the top so that there's minimal air. And then every 2 or 3 times a week, get a cool dark place, give it a shake, and then put it back up there. Always label. Make sure you label. I don't know if you can see that or not, but what I have on mine is wild rose oil, because it's not tame. 2020 June 30th avocado oil. Make sure you put on what type of oil, because you will forget. And so once you have all of this lovely stuff in there, now you top it off. Put your lid on it. And I'm not fancy or anything. I do this for the good of the people, so I don't make a hell of a lot of money off of it at all, except for replacing stuff that I use. And so on this one, once again, wild rose oil 2020. I just use the labels off of the jars that when you buy a case of jars. It works great. And we're all done. Have a great day, and remember, COVID-19 is happening for us, not to us. Take a look around the world of all the good that's happening. Have a great day.